throw first.
First port of call for both of them is to get through this very tough and very tight-looking Group B. I don't know about you, does it? But obviously a bit of a four-horse race, and it's still hard to pick one of those names that isn't going to make it through to tomorrow. I totally agree.
170.
Great last start there from Fallon to leave herself on a double, but Robert Thornton eyeing up a 170 checkout.
120 scored, yeah. Game
and that is a 170 checkout.
Robert Thornton.
And that is almost exactly what happened to Fallon yesterday. In that opening leg, Steve West took out a 160.
But it's all about Robert Thornton at the moment. But Fallon does have the habit when she's down. They've shown some real fight and tenacity. Just like that.
Fallon,
another
Sherik.
outstanding finish in this absolutely quality game. So to have that wonderful statistic about that, because he has to motivate himself, as we've said many times. That's why he's chuntering away. That's right. It's really fist pump and grit in his teeth, because he needs that to succeed. He needs that to be at his best.
140. Robbie required 24.
Or a 10-darter.
Game shot on the fourth leg.
Yeah, well, has to settle for a 12-darter, but I'm sure he will, because that puts him 3-1 in front.
44 for Robert Thornton. For his beloved tops. And it's flawless Thornton in the opening game of this Group B. A quality match, two fabulous players. An awful lot of respect there, but it's Robert Thornton who's come out the traps very, very nicely. He looked good value for money, dependent on winning that first game.
10 for tops once again.
61.
Missed by the narrowest of margins, but Steve West really is becoming one of those, is a real specialist on the tops.
And a very confident in himself. This is a 180 fest.
130. Stevie required 40.
Well, this is his favourite double these days. And when that angle goes, usually means one thing.
Game shot on the second leg.
Once again, very deadly from Steve West. The second double is not as inviting.
$21. Stephanie required 5.
Not often we see this from Steve West. Affording quite a few opportunities here for Stephan Schroeder. Make sure of the one, which is sometimes the hardest. Leaves double 2.
So what you've got to remember, the balance of that dart will feel different, and that's when you need what you're used to for Stephan Schroeder. That might be the moment that he'll find difficult when he gets to the doubles. Steve gets over the line. He is a perfectionist, so he won't be happy the way that he ended that game there. But for the majority of that match, he just looked really good. 3 180s is good scoring there, but knowing Steve like I do, not only did he want to win a game, he's watched Robert Thornton absolutely put a fantastic performance in. But the bottom line, Steve, you've gone back to the top of the group. You sat on 8 points, a 4-0.
Game shot on the second
we have been
leg.
spoiled tonight by some fantastic scoring, some incredible finishing.
$171.
Visit there for Robert Thornton, down to 94 after just 9. In a leg that would see him win the match.
Robbie required 94.
Yeah, he's walked into something very, very special as Dan Lauby. Robert Thornton, from the moment he stepped on the hockey against Fallon Sherik tonight, he meant incredible business.
32.
And despite the fact he's only scored 32 there, he's been absolutely brilliant so far tonight. And if he can put this 62 to bed, he's looking very, very good for qualification.
60. Robbie requires 62.
And he does. Robert Thornton is on a mission. He fist pumps the win there. Dan Lauby didn't do an awful lot wrong in that game. He just walked into something very, very special in Robert Thornton. When he arrived here tonight, he knew he was playing 2 of the first 3 games.
Stephen, you've got 157.
Yeah, no dramas. With Stephan way back on 157. Can be done.
97.
You have to say that was a perfectly placed first start. You thought it would be closer with the second.
Game shot on the third leg.
Yeah, and I imagine that was
Fallon
awkward. Looked like a bit
Sherik.
of a blocker, and I think Fallon probably moved across the oche to get that so great dart there. We'll have at least 6 from here. Needs tops.
Game
And
shot
there you
on
have
the
it. That
match.
is a 4-0
Fallon
victory
Sherik.
for Fallon Sherik. 180 in that match, but it is the result, the important result that puts her on 8 points alongside Robert Thornton and Steve West. 81 average, highest checkout there of 77 and 4 from 6 on the doubles.
Chance for Dan Lauby. It'll be rapid. It's double top. It was a big
Game
dart
shot
that
on
he
the
didn't
fourth leg.
miss, Steve West.
Danny Lauby.
But for Dan Lauby, he gets there in the end with that double top. They're big moments because that was looking very, very good for 2-2.
Fifth leg, it's
He'll be back, but what pressure will he be under? Steve's setup play has been very good these last couple of days.
98. Danny required 20.
Destructive
Game
Danny in
shot on
that
the
final
match.
leg. The ups
Danny
and downs of Dan
Lauby.
Lauby continues. Absolutely brilliant at times and really struggling for big scores. Another, but he's very, very much in the mix.
I just think for him it'd be great to just get that leg on the board. Hopefully act as a bit of a settler for him.
Game shot on the second leg.
Hands in the air for
Stephan
Stephan.
Schroeder.
Once again, that's how dart players feel about double five. And that's the reason why it's only going to be one dart at a double. But that's
Game shot
all
on
he
the
needs.
fourth
Fair
leg.
play to you, Stephan Schroeder.
Stephan Schroeder.
That takes some bottle to do that. You're sat on 0 points. You're looking at the rest of them absolutely flying.
Fifth
It
leg,
can
it's
be a
Robert
lonely
to throw
place. And
first.
that,
To just be wearing off.
yeah, it's been a very poor leg from Stephan, and that will frustrate when he looks back. That
Game
finish
shot on
won't
the
frustrate
sixth
Thornton,
flag.
though. You can see his
Robert
reaction.
Thornton.
He was up against it at 3-1.
We record 135.
Sometimes you get some stories in a match, and I think this has had absolutely everything. The only thing missing is a special finish.
110.
Yeah, an audible cry there from
Stephan
Robert
required
Thornton.
50.
An audible silence in the players' area next door. Big moments in this match. Big moments in this Group B.
30.
And it's not to be.
Robbie
Falls at the
requires 25.
final hurdle. Robert Thornton. Has he got away with one? Yes, he
Game
has.
shot
What a
on the
game.
match.
What a player.
Robert
But fair play to
Thornton.
Stephan Schroeder. He's got a big smile on his face because he has that much respect for Robert Thornton. But he went through it there, did Robert. You felt he'd done all the hard work in his first couple of games. And we're just beginning to put together the qualifiers. Well, Dan Lauby is the one who seems to be on the move right now.
68.
It just takes him a space of 2 to 3 seconds to go from a potential win of a leg to a favourite for
84.
the leg.
Danny
Dan Lauby
requires
on
16.
double 8 to lead 2-0.
Game shot on the second leg.
Yeah, indeed he does.
Danny
75 left for double 12.
Game shot on the
Rapid.
third leg. Danny Lauby. 84.
Questions were asked when he stepped on the hockey against Steve West previously. He got through that.
76.
He just had a dart for the match. Luckily, it hit the 14 and gone in double 4. And Fallon is way back on 227.
140. Danny
Yeah, a little
requires
bit of
8.
pressure on this for Danny. Did miss match winning opportunities against her yesterday, but
Game
doesn't
shot on
today.
the
And that
match.
is
Danny
a
Lauby.
4-1 victory for Danny Lauby over Fallon Sherik. And that really does make the table very, very interesting indeed. 3 players.
Robbie record 104.
Yeah, Robert Thornton might not know this, but this double top would put him through to Saturday
Game shot on
night.
the second
Robert
leg.
Thornton is the
Robert
next player
Thornton.
to qualify for tomorrow night's final.
This then comes to the part, doesn't it, where you're kind of reliant on other results and other players to either slip up or do you a favour, but that most certainly does Steve
180.
West a favour.
Yeah, it could be a scenario. We'll see how this one sees out first, because
80.
that was very nearly putting all the pressure on Steve West with the 140
Steve
there.
required 62.
Not as much pressure on the 62, but plenty of it. 29 left. He is a
Game
fighter,
shot on
is
the
Steve
fifth
West.
leg.
You remember, he's been to the very
Steve
top of the
West.
game, Steve. Robert Thornton for the match for his beloved 17-4. Surely that's a great marker. What a
Game
match,
shot
what
on
a
the
player.
match.
Robert Thornton, we'll
Robert
see you on Saturday
Thornton.
night. We can't say the same about Steve West. He could be involved in a monumentally massive game with Fallon Sherik to finish the night, but it's job done for Robert Thornton. He moves to 12.
Welcome back to the MODUS Super Series, where I'm joined alongside the man that's going to head the pile as far as Group B is concerned. Robert Thornton alongside me up here on the balcony. Robert, many, many congratulations. Again, it's another time up here on the balcony. Let's talk about tonight first and foremost, because you played 2 of the first 3 games. It was important to get off to a good start, and you did exactly that.
I think it was just under 100 average these first couple of games, and to be honest with you, my practicing wasn't going very well, and then all of a sudden, when I got on the stage, it just clicked.
What do you mean it just clicks? Is it just an experience
It's
thing,
one of
or?
them. As a dart player, you can have a good practice session and go up on the stage and play absolutely rubbish. Or you can have a rubbish practice session and go up there and play absolutely awesome because you're focused more on playing. Do you know what I mean? And that's what happened tonight.
And with the group that we got as well, a highly competitive group, some great players in there. These are the types of groups where actually we get the best out of you because you know you've got to be on it right from the first start.
Yeah, I always seem to be kind of once my back's up against the wall, I play well. But this is one group you wouldn't want to be in, do you know what I mean? And if you said you want to win it, there's something wrong with your head.
Well, you started the night off perfect. The only issue is you hit a 170 in your first leg. You can only go downhill from there, can't it?
Well, I did, didn't I? But no, to be honest with you, I didn't even know the second treble was in. I had to ask one, and he went, yeah, it's in. I thought, well, I'd just throw it. It went in, and that's just the way it's went.
Did that just feel like the spark towards the night to come?
No, to be honest with you, I thought she had the leg won. Do you know what I mean? She played well in the first leg, and I thought, well, if I get a shot at this, then take it. And I think I've missed a few big finishes on the bill tonight, and it's been absolutely mental.
Right, let's get the elephant out of the room.
No.
Yeah, you know what I'm about to ask.
It's another Saturday night, but no.
It's another Saturday night. This is the 9th now, Robert, from 9 appearances. This time?
I hope so. If I keep playing the way I'm playing, yeah, I don't see why not. I'll be a threat to everybody if I play the way I'm playing, and I'm looking forward to it.
And you love this occasion, don't you? You relish these sorts of moments.
Oh, definitely, definitely. I mean, back up against the wall, get in there, just throw your darts and they'll do the job.
Well, one thing we know is for certain is we always see Robert Thornton on Saturday night. We're going to see you again tomorrow. And who knows, I may be talking to you with that trophy at long last.
Well, fingers crossed, eh? But, hey, got to play one game at a time and we'll go up there and play everybody that's in front of us and hopefully it'll work.
We wish you all the very best tomorrow, Robert. Thank you for popping up to...
In
The other
record
point, it can be
48.
frustrating to watch as well.
Game shot on the
That has
third
been
leg.
his Achilles
Danny
heel in this
Lauby.
match. But this time, that's super clinical. And the response there from Stephan is like, good darts, Danny.
In record 56.
Lauby
Game
qualifies
shot
for
on the
finals
match.
night.
Danny Lauby.
Overnight, Dan Lauby was in 4th position. He was the one I thought was maybe just a little bit in trouble because of his unpredictability, his inconsistencies. He lost his opening game of the night against Robert Thornton, but he was pretty flawless after that. Big wins over Steve.
Welcome back to the MODUS Super Series. I'm joined up here on the balcony by Danny Lauby. Now, I would say congratulations on making it through, but you've only just found out you're through, haven't you? Many congratulations.
Thank you, man. It's good news to hear. It's been pretty inconsistent for me thus far, so it's good news to hear.
I was going to say, I just wanted to get your assessment of the week so far, because at points we've seen some really, really good stuff from you, but at times maybe bits that maybe fall a little bit below your standard. Would that be fair to say?
Yeah, definitely fair to say. I've been very inconsistent, I think, personally. My practice has been good. I've been doing a lot of competitions lately, but the last 2 days has just been a bit rough, so hopefully good to put it right for tomorrow.
As I say, through to tomorrow night, I just want to go back to after that first game of the night, the opening defeat. It could have been so easy for things to go south for you as a consequence of that. What were you saying in your mind? What were you saying in the background just to get yourself back going for the rest of the night?
I like to think of my game like a Rocky movie. I tell people that, it's like if there was less than 3 rounds in a Rocky movie, you wouldn't have a sequel. I need to get hit a couple of times, and I kind of grow into the game, I would say. It'd be nice to not make it hard on myself and just start out the way it should go. But, so goes it. So Yeah, it's tough loss to take when you're playing well and practice is good, you're winning comps, and you come in here and not perform on TV. You know, I had a loss this weekend in New York as well. Hats off to Stoey Buns also, but still, it's just like, yeah, you know, you expect more from yourself kind of thing.
Yeah, I just want to touch upon that a little bit, if that's okay, Danny, because obviously it's a massive tournament for yourselves. It was an avenue for North American players into the World Championships in December. As you say, you were unsuccessful in that attempt.
And Grand Slam.
And Grand Slam, of course, as well. Then moving into this competition about 3-4 days later, add the travelling element of it. Was it a case of, yes, it's going to be a tough thing to overcome, or were you actually happy about the fact you can have another tournament and have another crack at something straight away?
No, it's good. I mean, you know, my management and I, we were back at a vault comp like that next night, Monday night, and I got in that morning. So it's just keeping it moving kind of thing. I'm one of those, like, I like having a full week. I like having the duration and taking the hits because, you know, that's just how I play anyway. So it's just got to keep it moving. You know, that's what I'm doing here. That's why I'm here. So, yeah. And
just quickly, Champions Week last time, how much would you like for it to be a repeater this time?
I would love that. That'd be terrific. You know, and it's so, you know, David won his group, and I don't know who's winning in Group C, but I'm looking forward to being here tomorrow and hopefully get back into the finals week, you know.
Well, I can tell you, being joined by Justin Hood and Reese Connie, and Danny Lauby's going to be there as well tomorrow night. It's going to be quick fire at the live lounge.
But a big chance here for Steve West.
Game shot on the second.
Yeah, and he
there.
really did work that in
Steve
well.
West.
Yeah, and you can see the relief on Steve's face there.
Fallon, you record 137. $99. Stevie require 8.
Once again, for the match.
$4. Fallon, you require 38. Game shot on the 4 flag. Fallon Sherik.
Steve West won't panic too much. He's too experienced to worry, but it's never a nice feeling. He knows he should be off that stage now. He knows he should already be thinking about tomorrow night. It's double 5. And Steve West has qualified for Champions Night. He will be then joins Robert Thornton and Dan Lauby from a brilliant Group B. It was full of quality for 2 days. We're always going to lose a couple of good players, and unfortunately that will be Fallon Sherik, whose campaign in Series 5 is over. But
Indeed you will, and I suppose it's Group B for brutal, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. I said it before, any of those top 4, when it got into that last stage, you know, for anyone that lost that, they were going to feel very hard done by, and understandably so. And unfortunately for Fallon, it was her that just missed out on a place in the finals.
Yeah, so this is what we've seen this evening then, a night full of drama, a night full of twists and turns. But if you're Robert Thornton, well, he kind of made light work of it in the end.
Yeah, he did in the end. Yeah, I think he did survive a bit of a scare there around the middle against Stephan Schroeder, who probably put his best performance in of Group B against Robert. But yeah, at the end of the day, just ran through the card and finished top of the table.
He did. As for Steve West, well, he's just keeping up this seemingly unblemished record when it comes to qualifying for Saturday night.
Yeah, it did come right to the wire for Steve this time. And as I say, I think when we started this evening, both Fallon and Steve were 2 that we all were quite in agreement that would make it through. But kudos to Danny as well, because he kind of came really from behind and just fought his way through. And lovely interview. He was surprised he didn't even realise he'd made it.
And if there's one thing we know about Steve, is a night like tomorrow, he is going to be bang up for it.
Absolutely, yeah. But I think, you know, there's going to be a few of them bang up for it from what we've seen this week. It's been so competitive, especially this Group B, and it's going to probably take it into tomorrow. And again, who makes it through is anyone's guess.
How much do you think his experience in terms of making it through the Champions League, he's looking for a hat-trick of Champions League appearances this time around, how much could that help him?
Yeah, I think it grows your confidence. You obviously know how to get through this stage. I think Robert Thornton's obviously a clear expert at making it through to finals night, but just doesn't actually make it through to Champions Week. And Steve West on his last couple of series has always made it into Champions Week. So yeah, you have got the experience to draw on, but you still need to do it on the day. And as I say, for those guys, they have done it today.
Right, let's